Hey everyone, welcome back. Today, we're diving into a book that honestly is so much more than just a romance. It's this heartfelt look at a story that just beautifully challenges our expectations of love, strength, and what it really means to build a family. So, let's get into what makes this story so darn special. I mean, what a charming question, right? This really gets to the very heart of what we're exploring today. We're looking at a story that completely redefines attraction, pushing past all that superficial stuff to find real strength in competence, in care, and, yep, even killer culinary skills. The book is Rafe, a buff male nanny, and it's by the brilliant Rebekah Weatherspoon. It's a story that kicks off with a crisis that is so relatable for any single working parent, but finds its solution in a very unexpected place. So this one came out back in 2018 and quickly found its home in contemporary romance. And you know who this is for? It's perfect for readers who are looking for diverse characters and are frankly just a little tired of all the manufactured drama. This book promises a relationship that's supportive, not stressful. This right here captures a crisis so many working parents know all too well. Childcare isn't just some logistical headache. When it's unstable, it can genuinely threaten your career, your whole peace of mind. And that's exactly where our story starts, with Dr. Sloan Copeland's professional life hanging by a thread. And then, in walks the solution. But just look at this description. Rafe isn't just good at his job, he completely shatters the stereotype of what a nanny is supposed to look like. He's got the experience, glowing references, and he also happens to be a buff male nanny. Right away, the story is asking us to rethink what a caretaker and a romantic hero can be. So how does this book build something so different and special? Well, the next few slides dig into the three big revolutionary themes that make this story a genuine love letter to healthy, mature relationships. This is where the magic really happens, you guys. So what happens when you just skip the endless will they, won't they drama? In this book, Sloan and Rafe just talk about their attraction, like adults. And that honesty, you know what? It doesn't kill the romance. It actually deepens it. They build this genuine intimacy with all that needless angst. It's so refreshing. Secondly, and this part is so powerful, is the theme of redefined masculinity. In this story, the hero's most attractive qualities aren't being dominant or emotionally closed off. It's his competence in the home. It's his patience, his sensitivity, his deep respect for others. It just brilliantly shows that true strength really lies in nurturing and emotional intelligence. And finally, this book absolutely delivers on its promise of being a true comfort read. In a genre that so often uses conflict to drive the plot, this story makes this beautiful case that healthy, supportive relationships can be a source of consistent joy. It's such a powerful reminder that love can be a safe harbor, not just a dramatic storm. Okay, so this is way more than just a great story. Its central message is incredibly practical. Let's take a look at how we can actually apply its core lesson to our own lives and turn this fictional wisdom into a real-world tool for growth. Here it is, the core takeaway, laid out plain and simple. We limit ourselves all the time by just sticking to what's expected. Sloan needed a great nanny, right? Not necessarily a female one. The lesson here is to focus on what you actually need, which is competence, instead of conforming to some outdated picture of what the solution should look like. And we can actually break this down into three simple, actionable steps. First, audit what you really need in any situation, whether you're hiring someone or choosing a partner. Second, just get rid of those arbitrary rules you've set for yourself. And third, make competence your number one priority. It's a simple shift in mindset, but it can be totally transformative. So, what's the final verdict on Rafe? In this last section, we'll take a look at the book's strengths and its weaknesses, reveal our final score, and then I'll give you a couple of recommendations for what you should pick up next. Okay, on one hand, its progressive themes and mature dynamics are just so incredibly refreshing. I mean, it's a masterclass in turning tired old tropes on their head. But let's be real, if you live for high-stakes drama, the low-conflict nature of this book might feel a little too calm. It definitely leans into a wish fulfillment fantasy, which is a huge part of its charm, but I get that it might not be for everyone. And that brings us to our final grade. For its heartfelt story, its meaningful themes, and its brilliant subversion of what we expect from the genre, we are giving Rafe, a buff male nanny, a very, very strong 7.6 out of 10. Let's break down why. As you can see, it scores exceptionally well in writing clarity and practical applicability. The story is just beautifully told, and its core lessons are genuinely useful, which makes it so much more than just a simple romance novel. Now, if you love the themes in Rafe, you are absolutely going to want to check these out next. Take a hint, Danny Brown by Tally Hibbert has that same kind of mature, open communication. And The Proposal by Jasmine Galori also features these wonderfully supportive male characters who totally defy convention. And that's a wrap on this one. If you enjoyed this deep dive into a book that truly challenges the norm, please make sure to follow and subscribe. We're always looking for stories that make us think, make us feel, and maybe help us see the world just a little bit differently. Thanks so much for joining me.